Look closely in the mirror for a moment. That one grey hair, then another, then suddenly more appear. And the question hits you quietly, but powerfully: why is this happening so early? You eat fine, you feel okay, yet your hair is changing. What if your body isn't aging faster? What if it's simply missing something it desperately needs? Grey hair is often blamed on age or genetics, but science shows that for many people, premature graying is linked to nutrient deficiencies. Your hair color doesn't just disappear on its own. It fades when the cells that produce pigment stop working properly, and one vitamin plays a critical role in keeping those pigment-producing cells active. Hair gets its color from melanin, produced by specialized cells in hair follicles. These cells are extremely sensitive. When the body is under stress, inflammation, or nutrient deficiency, they are often the first to suffer. Once melanin production slows down, hair begins to lose its natural color and turns gray or white. Now, here's the important part. Those cells don't always die permanently. In many cases, they simply become inactive. And this is where one specific vitamin becomes incredibly important. Vitamin B12 is essential for healthy nerve function, red blood cell production, and DNA synthesis. But what many people don't realize is that it also plays a major role in hair pigmentation. Low B12 levels are strongly associated with premature graying, especially in younger adults. When B12 is low, oxygen delivery to hair follicles decreases. The pigment-producing cells become weak, stressed, and less efficient. Over time, melanin production slows down, and grey hair appears. This is why some people notice graying along with fatigue, brain fog, weakness, or mood changes, classic signs of B12 deficiency. What makes this even more surprising is that many people with normal diets are still deficient. Poor absorption, gut issues, stress, and certain medications can all block B12 uptake, even if you're eating foods that contain it. The body doesn't prioritize hair when nutrients are low. It prioritizes survival. So hair color fades quietly while the body redirects resources to more vital organs. One of the most confusing things about vitamin B12 deficiency is how silently it develops. The body can appear healthy on the outside, while important systems slowly weaken on the inside. Hair changes often appear before serious symptoms, making gray hair an early warning sign rather than a cosmetic issue. When B12 levels drop, the body struggles to produce healthy red blood cells. This reduces oxygen delivery to tissues, including the scalp. Hair follicles are highly active and require a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients. Without it, melanin production slows, and pigment cells begin to shut down. Another key factor is oxidative stress. B12 helps protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. Without enough protection, pigment cells become damaged more easily and lose their ability to function. This accelerates graying even in people who are otherwise young and active. People with low B12 often experience symptoms they don't connect to hair at all: persistent fatigue, numbness or tingling in hands and feet, mood changes, memory problems, or frequent headaches. These signs often appear months or even years before a diagnosis is made. Digestive health plays a major role here. B12 absorption depends on healthy stomach acid and a protein called intrinsic factor. Conditions like gastritis, acid reflux, IBS, or long-term use of antacids can severely reduce absorption. This means you can eat B12-rich foods and still remain deficient. Vegetarians and vegans are especially at risk because B12 is naturally found in animal products. But non-vegetarians are not immune. Stress, poor sleep, alcohol consumption, and chronic inflammation all increase B12 demand in the body. The important question many people ask is, can gray hair actually reverse? Research and clinical observations suggest that when graying is caused by B12 deficiency, not genetics or age restoring, B12 levels can slow, stop, and in some cases partially reverse graying. New hair growth may appear darker over time as melanin production resumes. However, this process takes patience. Hair follicles work slowly, and changes are noticed over weeks to months, not days. Consistency matters more than speed. Restoring vitamin B12 levels starts with understanding what your body can actually absorb. Food sources include eggs, dairy products, fish, meat, and fortified foods. These provide natural B12, but absorption depends heavily on gut health. If digestion is weak, even the best diet may not be enough. For people with absorption issues, sublingual B12 or injections are often more effective because they bypass the digestive system. This allows B12 to enter the bloodstream directly, restoring levels faster and more reliably. A healthcare professional can help determine the best option based on individual needs. Consistency is key. B12 is water-soluble, which means the body doesn't store large amounts. Regular intake is necessary to maintain stable levels. As B12 improves, energy levels rise, brain function sharpens, and hair follicles receive better oxygen and nutrient support. But B12 does not work alone. Hair pigmentation also depends on iron, copper, folate, and overall protein intake. Supporting these nutrients ensures that B12 can do its job effectively. A balanced diet and reduced stress create the environment where hair pigment cells can recover. Stress management is critical. Chronic stress increases oxidative damage and depletes B vitamins rapidly. Practices like deep breathing, quality sleep, and gentle exercise protect melanin-producing cells from premature shutdown. It's important to set realistic expectations. Gray hair caused by long-term aging or genetics may not reverse fully. But when graying appears early or suddenly, especially alongside fatigue or weakness, correcting B12 deficiency can make a noticeable difference over time. Healthy hair is not just about products or treatments. It reflects what's happening inside the body. When you nourish the system that supports pigment production, hair follows naturally. Gray hair is not always a sign of aging. Often, it's a quiet signal from the body that something essential is missing. When vitamin B12 levels drop, the systems responsible for energy, nerve health, and hair pigmentation begin to slow down. Hair loses its color not because time has run out, but because support has been. By restoring B12 and supporting overall nutrition, you not just addressing gray hair, you helping your body function the way it was designed to. Energy improves, focus sharpens, and hair follicles receive the nourishment they need to produce pigment again when possible. True, not every gray hair can be reversed, but many can be prevented, slowed, or softened when the root cause is addressed early. Healthy hair begins inside the body, not in a bottle or a salon.